Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome to NBT Studios. I'm Nick, and today we're going to be looking at the Audeze MX4 flagship planar magnetic open back headphones. So, at a glance, these are just absolute behemoths. Huge headphones. You see, put them on my head, they're just absolutely massive. And that's thanks in large part to the massive 106mm planar magnetic drivers. This whole space, it's the driver. That's what's going to be producing sound. So you can already kind of get a sense of how these sound. In terms of build, again, built like an absolute tank. Audeze's chosen to use some very premium materials here. The ear pads are genuine lambskin leather with a nice memory foam, so you can see it rise slowly. The rest of the headphone, the frame of it, all this is a lightweight magnesium material. Feels very robust and very good quality. Very sturdy headphone. No creaking, no issues with that. The headband over here, it's also a lambskin leather. It's perforated with these little holes for some breathability. And at the very top, this headband is pure carbon fiber. So you can see Audeze has pulled all the stops for this, as they should for something at this price range. Now, in terms of actual comfort and wearability, it's still an Audeze headphone. So it's a very large headphone and you can definitely feel the weight. That being said, these are the lightest Audezes that Audeze makes apart from the LCD-2C. And that's, thanks in part to obviously this magnesium frame, as well as the headband, which distributes comfort pretty exceptionally. Like I said, these are heavy headphones, but the weight distribution on these are handled absolutely beautifully. This headband, when it rests on your head, ensures that there are no little spots or gaps. It's pretty flush with your head and ensures that the weight is distributed relatively evenly. I'd still like to see Audeze go for lighter headphones, as most of the competition is definitely heading in that direction, especially with the Ether 2 Flow, which is a ridiculously low 290 grams for planar, which is just absolutely stupendous. So I'd like to see Audeze head in that direction, but they're definitely making advancements in ergonomics and the weight. Now, for some other technical specifications, these are around 20 ohms and 105 dB sensitivity. So with that, they're very, very easy to drive and very easy to get volume out of. I've used these off of so many devices. My Samsung Galaxy S7, my phone, got plenty of volume off of that. Didn't even need to max it out. With my laptop, a Lenovo Yoga 2 Pro, perfectly fine. Didn't even need to max that out. But these are still flagship headphones. Regardless of them being easy to drive, you do want to feed them quality audio components, and they definitely do scale. Now, in terms of recommended power handling, Audeze recommends 1 to 4 watts, so you can get an idea. These are easy to drive, but they will reward you with some nice juice behind it. So for my primary listening, I've been using the Cord Mojo as well as the IFI IDSD Black Label, both of which have tons of power on tap, tons of headroom, and just drive these very, very well. So no problems in those regards. I haven't tried a big beefy desktop amplifier, or I haven't run these in balanced either. They really don't need the power, but I'm sure there will be small improvements as you scale up with gear and power, of course. So these have a double fluxor magnet array as per the usual Audeze headphones with a flux density of 1.5 Tesla, so very strong flux density. Has a phaser as well, and very strong neodymium magnets inside over here, which actually move the driver back and forth. You're gonna get really a really fast sound and a really immediate sound. Now, in terms of the actual sound of these headphones, I would use 2 keywords to describe these headphones. One is smooth, and the other is thick. And when I say thick, I'm talking about thick with like 2 C's. Like, this is a fat sounding headphone. Like, this is like the equivalent of like chocolate fondue making music. So now when I say thick, what I mean by that is the sound just has a lot of body to it, a lot of humanity. There's no sense of the sound being digital, brittle, or etched as you can get with some lower quality headphones where, you know, things sound tinny or there's not enough finesse or sparkle on tap. These are just a very thick, meaty sound. Nice AAA Angus beef, if that makes any sense, which it probably doesn't, but I'm going to roll with that. Now, for the second part of this, their smoothness. These are exceptionally smooth headphones and exceptionally non-picky. With any genre of music, they just play back everything wonderfully. No harshness, no edge. All the detail is still retained. These have a fantastic soundstage and headroom separation, but nothing is etched, nothing is painful to listen to. These are just very comfortable headphones to listen to. And in a sense, when I first wore them, nothing really stood out about them, which sounds like trouble, obviously, at this price range, 4,000 Canadian, but the strength in these, well, they have two main strengths, actually. The first is their ability to maximize, and the second is how unspectacularly spectacular they are, if that makes any sense, or how spectacularly unspectacular they are. Nothing about these really stands out to you, but with most other headphones in any range, top of the line or lower class, if they have one defining feature, at first listen, sounds amazing. Like, wow, look at how forward this mid-range is, look at how sparkly this treble is, look at how thick and chunky this bass goes. All of that stuff is a one-trick pony, and people who own a headphone for a long period of time will know this very well. It is a one-trick pony. These don't boost any particular frequency range, and they're just very pleasant to listen to, which is their strength. You can listen to these for just hours on end. If they were lighter, honestly, you could keep these on your head all day long. You'd have no problem with fatigue or any issue of that sort. They're just a very pleasant listen, from even the worst recorded metal to the most compressed pop. It just plays back everything excellently. Which brings me to my second point. These headphones have an uncanny ability to maximize. And when I say maximize, I mean the performance. They maximize the performance out of anything that they're plugged into. So for example, off my phone, they sound wonderful. They sound probably the best that I've ever heard off of my cell phone. With my amps and my dedicated audio equipment, they scale further. And again, benefit from the changes and sound absolutely wonderful, among the best I've ever heard. Which is so important, especially at this price range. You're already paying a hefty amount for the headphone. These kind of take out the trouble with matching and pairing your gear accordingly, which can add several hundreds, if not thousands of dollars. Getting into some other small details, here is the case for them. I shouldn't even say case. This is more like, this is more like a gun safe. So very robust Pelican case, has humidity protection, water, all of that. Handle for travel if you're so inclined to take these with you on a trip somewhere, though have fun dealing with airport security, because they'll definitely want to know what's in that box. As for the cable, it's this nice kind of this ribbon style kind of cable. You can see each of these wires are interwoven. It's a very nice cable, very low memory. Doesn't kink up, doesn't jank, and very easy to uncurl because of the thick material. It really is no problem. The classic XLR connectors are here as well, as with all Audezes, and they're very secure. They stay put. So all in all, I have really no complaints with this cable or the storage box, except for the fact that it's just massive and isn't something I necessarily use every single day, but definitely good to have if you're traveling and you need to protect your investment, which you definitely want to with these. These are quite expensive. So anyways, thanks for watching. These are my impressions on the Audeze MX4. Don't forget to leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And thanks for watching. Have a great day, guys. See ya.